From sharks that can tear through bone like paper, to tiny creatures capable of stopping a human in minutes, the ocean is filled with animals that push danger to a whole new level. Some are huge and terrifying at first glance. Others are small, enough to fit in your hand, yet carry more power than any predator their size should have. Today, we're counting down the 10 most dangerous sea creatures alive, beings that prove the ocean isn't just mysterious, it's deadly. Number 1. Great white shark. The great white shark is the ocean's most iconic predator, and for good reason. Growing over 20 feet long, these sharks move with a mix of power and precision that almost feels mechanical. Their senses are so sharp they can detect a heartbeat from meters away and pick up tiny traces of blood in the water from astonishing distances. What makes great whites especially dangerous is their attack style. They rush in with explosive force, bite once with razor-edged teeth, and then pull back, letting the victim weaken. Their jaws can crush bone as easily as snapping wood. Most encounters happen in cloudy water where the shark can't clearly see what it's biting, which is why experts believe many attacks are cases of mistaken identity. Even so, when a great white hits, the impact alone can knock a person unconscious. But as dangerous as they are, the next creature is responsible for far more fatalities, and it doesn't need deep water to strike. Number 2. Saltwater crocodiles. Saltwater crocodiles are in a league all their own. These monsters can grow over 20 feet long and weigh more than a small vehicle. Yet they remain almost completely invisible until it's already too late. They melt into muddy banks, estuaries, and river mouths, waiting for the perfect moment with a stillness that feels unnatural. You won't see them, you won't hear them, then suddenly the water erupts. Their bite force is the strongest ever recorded in the animal kingdom. When a saltwater croc snaps its jaws shut, it's like having a hydraulic press clamp down on bone. But the bite is only the beginning. What makes them truly terrifying is their method. They drag prey into the water and unleash the infamous death roll, spinning violently to disorient, break bones, or tear limbs. It's efficient, brutal, and nearly impossible to escape once it begins. Unlike most predators, saltwater crocodiles don't just attack by opportunity, they observe, learn, and remember. If a croc sees activity in an area once, it may return again and again, waiting for the exact same pattern to repeat. And unlike sharks, which often retreat after a bite, crocs don't hesitate to target humans directly. But while crocodiles own the rivers and coastlines, the next creature rules the open ocean with a mix of intelligence, coordination, and raw power that no other marine predator can match. Number 3. Killer whale. Orcas aren't just strong, they're strategic. These predators hunt in coordinated teams, communicating with specialized calls almost like a military unit. They can push waves to ward ice flows, to knock seals into the water, use their bodies as battering rams, and flip sharks upside down to immobilize them. Their intelligence puts them on another level. Orcas recognize patterns, learn from experience, and adapt to any environment. They've been seen playing with prey to weaken it, teaching younger members hunting tactics, and even manipulating their surroundings to trap animals. While attacks on humans in the wild are extremely rare, the truth is simple. If orcas ever decided to go after people, nothing in the water would stand a chance. But the next creature doesn't rely on teamwork. It relies on raw instinct, an appetite that never seems satisfied. Number 4. Tiger shark. Tiger sharks are often called the garbage cans of the sea, but not because they're sloppy, because they'll eat almost anything. License plates, cans, sea turtles, fish, birds, even animals far larger than themselves. Their jaws are built for sawing through shells and bone, and once they bite, their serrated teeth make escape nearly impossible. These sharks patrol shallow coasts and warm waters, putting them close to people more often than most species. They move with quiet confidence and rarely hesitate. Their unpredictable nature is what makes them especially dangerous. While great whites usually strike once and retreat, tiger sharks often circle back again. But if tiger sharks are unpredictable, the next creature is aggressive by default, and it hunts where most people think sharks don't exist. Number 5. Bull shark. Sharks are one of the few shark species that can swim in both saltwater and freshwater, allowing them to travel far up rivers and into lakes. They've been found hundreds of miles inland, surprising people who never expected a shark encounter. Their bodies are dense and muscular, built for sudden bursts of speed in tight, shallow spaces. This is what makes them high risk. They tend to hunt where visibility is low and where humans are most likely to swim. Their temperament is territorial, and they're easily triggered by sudden movement. Experts believe many shark attacks once blamed on great whites were actually caused by bull sharks because they thrive in exactly the murky environments where misidentification happens. But danger doesn't always come in the form of teeth. Some of the ocean's deadliest creatures are almost invisible. Number 6. Box jellyfish. The lethal drifter, the box jellyfish, might look fragile, but it carries one of the most devastating venoms known to science. A single brush from its tentacles can trigger cardiac collapse in minutes. Survivors describe the sting as an instant, electrifying burn-like fire ripping across the skin. Many lose the ability to swim, breathe, or even call for help before they realize what hit them. What makes the box jellyfish even more terrifying is that it isn't a passive drifter. Unlike most jellyfish, it can move with intent, using clusters of primitive eyes to steer through shallow tropical waters. Its tentacles can stretch meters long, almost invisible in the sunlight, turning clear water into a hidden minefield. Even the lightest contact can release thousands of microscopic harpoons, loaded with venom designed to immobilize prey instantly. Beaches in affected regions monitor for them constantly, because one jellyfish can turn a peaceful shoreline into a no-go zone without anyone noticing. And as deadly as the box jellyfish is, the next creature is even more mysterious, not because of how it kills, but because no one truly knows how massive it can grow. Number 7. Giant squid. The giant squid is one of the ocean's greatest mysteries. For centuries, sailors told stories of enormous tentacles rising from the deep, wrapping around ships and dragging them into darkness. Modern science has confirmed the creature's existence, but only barely lived sightings are extremely rare. These squids can reach lengths of over 40 feet. Armed with hooks and serrated suckers capable of tearing into flesh. Their eyes are the largest of any animal, adapted to detect faint movements in pitch-black water. What makes them so fascinating is how little we know. No one has observed a full-grown giant squid in its natural habitat for more than a few fleeting moments. Everything else, its hunting methods, its size limits, its behavior is still shrouded in mystery. But while the giant squid is elusive, the next creature is tiny and shockingly deadly. Number 8. Blue-ringed octopus. The blue-ringed octopus is proof that danger doesn't need size to make an impact. This thing is barely the size of an ice cube, yet it carries enough venom to drop dozens of people in minutes. And the wild part? It doesn't even look threatening. Most of the time, it blends right into sand and coral, like it's minding its own business. But the moment it feels cornered, those neon blue rings flash across its skin like warning lights. That's when you know you've already made a mistake. Its venom works fast. So fast that stories have surfaced about people not even realizing they've been hit until the paralysis sets in. It doesn't roar, it doesn't chase, and it doesn't strike twice. One small nip is enough to shut down your muscles, your breathing, everything. Scientists still haven't found an official anti-venom, which is why locals treat this octopus with a level of respect you'd normally reserve for something much bigger. Number 9. Stonefish. Stonefish is the definition of danger, hiding in plain sight. This creature doesn't swim fast, hunt aggressively, or chase anything down. Instead, it becomes part of the sea floor, flattening its body, matching the texture of coral or rock, and staying perfectly still for hours. Most people never even realize they're near one until it's already too late. The moment someone steps on a stonefish, everything changes. Dorsal spines shoot upward and inject venom that's infamous for its intensity. Survivors describe the pain as something far beyond a normal sting, more like burning metal spreading through bone. Some say the shock is so overwhelming that they lose the ability to move, breathe steadily, or even think clearly. What makes the stonefish especially dangerous is its strategy. It doesn't attack out of aggression, simply waits for the world to make the wrong move. A single misstep can turn ankle-deep water into a medical emergency. Even with proper treatment, the recovery is slow and brutal, often leaving lingering pain for weeks. If you ever needed a reminder that the ocean's smallest threats can be the most unforgiving, the stonefish makes the point perfectly. Number 10. Cone snail. The cone snail might look like a nice seashell you'd pick up from the beach, but inside that shell is a creature that rewrites the rules of danger. Instead of teeth or claws, it fires a microscopic harpoon loaded with venom strong enough to drop anything from small fish to unsuspecting humans. Some species are so toxic that locals call them cigarette snails, meaning that if it hits you, you might only have time for one last cigarette. The way it hunts is almost unreal. It sits still, waits for something to drift too close, and then, faster than the eye can track it, launches its venomous dart. The victim goes limp instantly, like someone flipped a switch. That venom works by shutting down nerves, muscles, and even the brain's ability to send out warnings. There's no pain at first, no dramatic moment, just a sudden calm that becomes frighteningly silent. Researchers study cone snail venom today because it's so complex it might actually help create new medicines. But that doesn't make the creature any less dangerous. This is one of the only animals on Earth that can take you out without chasing you, biting you, or even moving much at all. It's the definition of quiet danger. From massive sharks to venomous snails, the ocean is filled with creatures that command respect. Some rely on muscle, others on strategy, and some on toxins strong enough to overwhelm the human body in moments. But all of them remind us that the ocean is still wild and far from fully understood. If you want more videos about dangerous animals, hidden mysteries, and creatures lurking in the deep, make sure you hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.